Welcome back. We did like a whole episode's worth of trying to find out what the fuck to do and talking about Smash drama.
Yep.
TLDR, pedophiles are bad and the Smash community disagrees.
Who would have thought?
Well, the Ultimate community.
Remember, having a space for all people means pedophiles and children.
It is okay to be exclusive to some people. Do I have to... Maybe like this. This costs energy. I don't like that. I figured it would have to be like this. See how that bar on the right is going down?
Yeah.
So what does that mean for me?
Yeah. Maybe you need more juice? I don't know.
If I...
Oh, it's filling. It's full.
There we go. I just didn't do it quite enough.
Yeah, you just need more juice.
Yeah, I got lost, gamers. Not my fault. Game lied. But we're back. Jolt, are there video games?
I've heard rumors of their existence, but some days I wake up and there's no video games, so
It's true. Should we reiterate our new theory on the female cabal of assassins?
yeah, I don't even remember how it started, but
Okay,
oh
so it
yeah,
started by
yeah,
the
yeah,
Olympics, so let's start
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Tell us all the
Olympics.
facts.
Oh, right, right, right. That was off recording. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I looked more into this whole why is there men's and women's divisions for shooting in the Olympics, and it's only some of them now. They've remixed a lot of them. Like it seems like skeet shooting is now just mixed. There is one of the pistols, I think 50 meter is mixed, but 25 isn't. I don't get why, but whatever. The theory is that basically all of the shooting competitions used to be mixed until a skeet shooting in 1998, I think. A tournament in 1998, a woman took the gold medal, and then the next year or two years later rather, at the next Olympics, they made it into men and women's division, and then there was not enough female participants in the women's division, so they just didn't have it that year.
Is the Olympics every other year?
Yeah, because it's that's awesome.
Wait,
What does that do?
I don't know. Can I shoot this? Damn, Samus is strong.
Do you have to like fucking peg it midair?
I
Which
guess
that's a
so.
verbiage. Oh.
Badass. Oh, that's my new favorite Metroid puzzle.
What the fuck? Uh,
Spider Ball.
and then I looked into like, I was looking more into like why is this like okay, that's one theory. I can see someone being butthurt about a woman winning and doing that out of spite. I can believe that, but I do want to hear other opinions about this. I want to know, is that literally the only reason? Is there a stated reason? Things like that. I also want to hear the bullshit reasons because they're funny.
Yes.
And
Strawmanning is bad, but very, very funny.
yeah, bad for arguments, great for comedy. And one of the ones, someone basically listed the 2012 men's and women's division for the 25-meter pistol shooting. And they were like, look at this difference in scores here. The men scored way higher. And it was like the men, I don't remember the exact amount, but it was like the
1100,
men.
you said?
It was 12, I think it was like 1238. The men's final score was 1238 for the gold, and the women's final score was like 6921. And it was like, it's like, oh, you just look at that, you're like, oh yeah, like men scored way higher there. Like, okay, maybe there is some difference that we don't know about. But it turns out that the actual reason of the difference in scoring is that the men's division does twice as many shots for the sake of their score. So on average, the women actually did better when you go shot per shot.
Yeah.
And then
Which,
the next Winter Olympics in 2016, they competed at the same number of shots, and once again the women just like it was by like 1.3 took the gold over the men's gold. So yeah, it's like there's not a lot of like there's not a lot of difference between the gender divisions in shooting specifically. On average, from the years that I looked at, it looks like usually the women score better, like on the top percentile by like very slim margins, but it's really not a huge difference.
mhm. So this led me to believe, I was like, okay, so if women are so good at shooting, but it's only male shooters,
Yeah,
all the big shootings, they're only men. Why could
that
this
we
be?
that we know of.
That we know of. So the thing is, Jolt made a joke of like, oh, well, what if they just get away with it? And I'm like, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
they get all the witnesses.
Yeah.
They frame other people.
So now, essentially, I have this theory, not a theory, it's true. Uh, I've maybe I should watch out now that I've maybe we shouldn't publish this video. Cut this part out. Never mind. Women are great.
No, we're the useful idiot here because like we're saying it.
Oh
They're
yeah,
like,
you're
oh,
right.
that's
You're
a
right.
joke. Yeah,
So cut that part out, actually.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I have this theory now of there's a secret cabal of female assassins who secretly run the world government and
Yeah.
uh like they just we talk about successful political assassinations, like the one guy, I can't remember his name, say it.
Tetsuya Yamagami, I
Yeah,
believe.
talk about
Yeah.
how he's pretty good. The thing is, what if the women were actually better? They just never they never even got caught.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the like fucking conspiracy theory things about body swaps, they're real, but it's women shooters doing it. Every time you see a 4chan conspiracy theories about the Jews, they're almost right. It's just that it's women.
It's Jewish women. Joke. As a joke.
Yeah, obviously.
To all of our Jewish women
It
fans
is
in the audience.
unfortunate that
Ah,
conspiracy theories have become so ridiculous and widely believed in conjunction with one another
they have
that
to
you do need to
clarify.
specify. Yeah, exactly. And then we were also like, yeah, nope, Hitler didn't kill himself. It was a woman. She did it. But she did so good that they thought he killed
It was
himself.
hit her.
It hit her.
He hit her, so her hit Hitler.
I'm sure that makes sense.
Oh, there is something else I want to talk about. Since I was about to say something bad, I was about to say the unfortunately uh, steeped in a harsh reality phrase "gypped." Because I was looking at this article. It turns out there's a lot of these common phrases we use, and they have a unfortunate racial connotation behind them.
Uh-huh. This is true.
And so there's a lot of ones I didn't know about. So I didn't know powwow was one of them.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that's a Native American thing.
Huh. That makes sense.
Which for I guess it's like some kind of sacred thing to them.
Well, yeah, because I know
Gathering.
they refer to the like in what fucking Florida team is it? The Florida Seminoles, I believe. They have like their whenever they have a home game, there is a guy who's like dressed in the Seminole gear and he does the powwow.
Ah,
and I'm pretty sure the guy is like actually Native American that they hire for it.
Oh, well.
Like it's like their mascot is the Seminole, and I'm pretty sure it is actually like a member of the Seminoles that does it. It was originally not, very sensitively and well done, but they've improved on it over the years.
That's at least preferable. If you can give them
Yeah.
a job, then sounds good to me.
Hmm.
I approve, and that's what's most important, of course.
Yeah. As we as we know, when it comes to racial inequalities, the most important voice is some random white dude. It is always the case.
Well, remember where PSC is, you and I.
That's true. Yeah, I have been thinking about this. We are probably the most diverse group of white people on YouTube. We kind of check like all the token white guy boxes.
If you're trying to hire an actress to play a black woman, is that a diversity hire?
Yeah, like it I'm just trying to think of like it's like yeah, no, like this is like a piece like a historical inspired by historical events. The main character
You're
is
making a
black.
Harriet Tubman
Yeah,
documentary.
yeah, and it's like
Can
well
you
for
believe this
for
diversity hire?
DEI's sake, we actually have to hire a white man for this
I call
role.
dibs on the joke if they make a Harriet Tubman documentary. She's awesome. You ever read more about Harriet Tubman?
No, I haven't because
Well,
I'm racist.
maybe she
I'm
furthers my theory of the Cabal because this turns out she carried a gun and she was a 2A activist because she's like, hey, if we get these, then we can defend ourselves pretty well.
yeah, there was a lot of like pre-civil rights era uh like black rights activists were very very pro second amendment
Hmm.
for that reason. And, like Eugene Debs for example, he's like someone who's often like cuz he had like a am I thinking of the right guy? Yeah, Eugene Debs, he's not black. He's a white dude. But like he had like a almost like black separatist sort of like theory, but not from the perspective of being a white guy who doesn't want black people, from the perspective of like no, every time the US government has like tried to do stuff for these people, we fucked it up. Which is
Yeah,
just like a really weird but like interesting perspective at that time.
yeah. Could be cope.
Yeah.
But yeah, Harriet Tubman was pretty badass. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the right woman. I am going to double check.
I'm pretty sure you are.
Uh, let's fly to Pirate Land. I'm not sure which one it is. Let's try this one first. Yep, saved. I was right.
Mm,
But yeah, she was pretty cool. Whenever she was helping the slaves through the Underground Railroad, if any of them didn't want to go, she'd be like, "No, you're gonna go, or I'm gonna kill you." Because I know what you're gonna do if you go back.
yeah.
You're gonna tell on us. No tattlers. Wow, she lived to 91.
That's no, you will see freedom and you will like it. I will wield the sword above you for your own sake.
Freedom does not apply to stupid people. I will not give you the right to choose. You will be free. When she heard Ben Franklin say, "Give me liberty, give me death," she took it literally. All right, this should be fine.
She did. Those are the only two
She's like,
options.
you see, the book here says that we have to give them liberty. If they don't want it, then we have to kill them. Benjamin Franklin, when he asks his wife what she wants for dinner and she says she doesn't know.
The pirate homeworld. We're ready for the final assault, but the base is protected by a barrier that prevents us from landing.
Wow.
We need you to disable this defense system.
Wow. It's almost like it revolves around my mission, so do what I say.
Hmm.
Yeah, where is it? Man, now I gotta disable this defense system. I already have, like, it's kind of unusual to have 3 different objectives. This is the one they just told me about, but I don't know if I go here next. Well, maybe I do, because I can actually get to it. I've obviously been in the room. What do you think?
I generally don't. You know.
Well, I'm gonna need you to try. Alright, well, supposedly I can get into this room, but I couldn't figure out how when I was there, so I'm already close to the ship. I'm gonna try to go back. Bye-bye, space pirates. Eh. Jolt.
So have you ever
Okay.
thought about how like public access TV, like the call-in ones that like, you know, people would do,
Yes.
it's kind of like proto streaming in a way. Where it's just like one or two people and they just like sit down and they talk and then they have like viewers call in and like that's it. Like it's kind of like proto streaming.
What if a caller... What if someone on a public access thing, like they transitioned over to streaming?
Yeah, like
So
I mean
then
actually
that
I can
that
think
could actually be a useful skill there.
I actually can think of like there are several like radio shows or oh shit.
The first thing I would think of happening is
Here.
they say, "All right, let's hear from another caller," and then the chat says, "This dude said caller.
Mm,
Get his ass."
there is fuck, what's this dude's name? I
It's a
know he used
chat.
to be a radio host and then he was uh and then he did I don't think it was public access TV, but it was like a under a network, like that style. You know, they talk about the news or whatever and then people call in. And then he eventually just made his own show on his own website and then changed to Twitch and YouTube afterwards. After that infrastructure was made and he didn't have to self-host it himself. But I can't remember the dude's name because I haven't watched him in forever. But yeah, it's just I was thinking about public access TV and like looking into it. It's like not that hard to
Oh, we should
to get a public access TV slot. I was like, dude, how funny would it be to just like
All right, let's
fucking
hear from the
broadcast?
chat. I mean, caller, shit.
No, because like that is a type of public access TV, but you can do like whatever you want on public access TV within, you know, television guidelines, obviously. Like you agree, like yes, these are the guidelines that our program will abide by, but you can host a TV station basically, or a time slot rather, for free. That's just it's part of it. And I'm like, how funny would it be if you just like fucking threw up Minecraft Let's Plays on the airwaves on public access TV? Like, that would actually be awesome.
Let's see what Markiplier posted today.
Just a public access TV that's like you doing a Wikipedia rabbit hole. I should look into like what local like public access shit is there here.
It kind of makes you wonder, like, parents are always like, "Ah, why do you watch streamers?" Then it's like, public access is kind of the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, streaming in general, it's now branching out, but for the longest time it was more like video game focused, obviously.
Yeah.
Now people do like all sorts of things, which is cool. But yeah, they're just kind of the same medium, just streaming is now more accessible. But yeah, I want to how do I do a public access TV channel? How do I broadcast to public access TV?
Yeah, let's start one.
Yeah. That'd be so fucking funny if like yeah, just like you're a streamer, but like your career is not from streaming. Like you literally just do let's play or like video game like public access TV, and instead of a live chat you just have a call-in line or
If
like
we
a
had to
text-in
do it,
line.
what would we do?
I
Imagine we
think
would do something like The Onion or Babylon Bee or something, or just like parody political stuff.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that would be our best strength.
Yeah, I was about to say my strength is creating a hyperbolic analogy. That's my strength when it comes to
Yeah.
commentary.
What if you had to kill 15 African children to get high? I think about that a lot. It makes me laugh. The hypothetical, of course, in what you're referring to. No, I don't often think about
Killing African children. Yeah, well, just saying that is now going to get this video dinged by someone.
Good.
And then I'll have to appeal it again.
It's the female cabal. They're killing
Yeah.
African children. They don't want anyone to know.
I still think it's so funny when it's like, what are your options? And it's like, it's basically like the two options you have are to appeal it, which we did and was granted the appeal. And then the other option is like take a sensitivity training about how to not say racial slurs again.
Can we do
But
that?
then
Can we record it?
If it ever happens again, no, because if you get enough strikes, it can terminate your channel. But here's the funnier part.
I'm just saying, like, if it does happen again, could we do it?
Yeah, and we don't get the appeal or something.
Or I just
'Cause
mean,
if
like,
you-
next
no.
time it happens, can we just try it?
No,
Can we
because
do
what
both, or
happens?
do you have to choose?
You have to choose.
Ah.
And the thing is, if you take the sensitivity training, the strike still stays in standing. But the really funny part is that it basically says like, yeah, if you do like 90 days good behavior, we remove it. So it's like, remember guys, 90 days, no racial slurs. Set the calendar. Like,
it's like $1
mark
in the
the
jar.
date. Yeah. It's like, mark the date, you know, on August, whatever. Like, we can say it again. It's just, but not for the next 90 days, guys.
So purely for curiosity, I don't mind if they do that. Does YouTube equally punish like black and white creators for slurs?
Oh, absolutely. Well, okay, first of all, funnily enough, like YouTube doesn't
I don't really
punish
care
people
one
for-
way or the other. I'm just curious.
they don't really punish people for slurs in general. So I guess
Yeah.
it is equal in that regard. But yeah, they're not going to ding a black guy's videos for community guideline violations for saying the N-word.
Of course.
I don't think they're going to do that. Unless it's like a manual flag by like trolls, in which case they would just appeal it and, you know.
Isn't Susan
But
W
yeah.
not in charge of YouTube anymore?
Yeah, we can't make fun of Susan anymore. Fucking
Well, who
women
is in
cabal
charge? I'm
at it
surprised
again.
people didn't find
They
out.
put a man in charge so we couldn't make fun of the women. 'Cause the women cabal is at it again.
too clever, man.
Susan, and then the first one is B. Anthony. No,
Be Anthony.
would G key or however you fucking say it.
I said W.
Yeah, Susan W.
More like Susan L.
Successor Neil Mohan. Not sure how you say it.
Neil.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here it is. Yay. More missiles.
Yeah, you know that this dude is like this dude doesn't even have a controversies page on his Wikipedia entry. It's like that's how you know nothing's happened at YouTube since he started.
Jolt, new theory. The female Cabal is trying to prevent Metroid Prime 4 from coming out because they don't want people to believe that Samus is a powerful woman.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's doing too much for women.
Why does that damage me?
He just walked away. Because you have to power it with something. I guess Phazon, which is also your life.
Yeah, well. Okay.
Yeah, straight up, like, his YouTube line is just like everything he did, how he joined the company. And then it says on February 16th, 2023, he was selected to succeed Susan W. as YouTube CEO. And then his entry just ends. There's nothing else after that.
Huh. He's invisible.
Yeah.
Oh. In the wrong room. But either way, I have to figure out how to get up there and help. Let's go through here. Oh, why are my controls reversed?
Just like, how do you?
There we go. Wait,
Like,
no, there we don't.
I'm just thinking about this like public access TV stream, like donation alerts. Like, you could not do text to speech on on public access TV. It just you could not do it.
Or if you wanted to go the Eric Andre route of everything going wrong.
Yeah.
That might be an open market opportunity, like streamer version of Eric Andre.
It's like his sit down or his like man on the street stuff or both.
Sit down.
Okay. Yeah, there's not. There's like a.
I can't turn.
What?
Oh.
Oh?
Okay.
Okay, it's back.
I snapped in one direction and now I'm okay.
Yeah, his like sit down interviews. Like I've seen some streamers have done something like that as like a one-off sort of thing. But yeah, I've never really seen it as like a.
I just
a
meant as
persistent
in the
thing.
aspect of everything going wrong on purpose.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I've only ever seen it done like once or twice. As just like a one-off thing, and it's not really like its own production. Also, what kind of ruins the Eric Andre thing for Eric Andre is that like originally people didn't know who the fuck Eric Andre was or what his show was gonna be like. So like it's it's like hostile environment for them, you know?
Uh-huh.
But like now he's like more known, and so when towards the end when people come on, they like know what's gonna happen. Not the specifics, but like they know the vibe going in.
they're familiar with his game.
Yeah, whereas like a streamer, just some random streamer, you might be able to get away with it again because the chances that someone really researches who the fuck you are is pretty slim.
Hmm.
I see this often in like any podcast where like they have a guest on and there's always one of the hosts or co-hosts that's like, "Yeah, I have no fucking clue who you are." Like every time.
So it should be that I can just go through here and get to the room. No, it sent me very far away instead. No, not that far. It's weird because this should be a green door. Oh, high frequency beam weapons.
I'm trying to like think of a way that you could just like incorporate all mediums. Like
Wait, I didn't get a high frequency beam, right?
I think you did
Well, it's not this.
from. Did we not get a high frequency?
No, we got the grapple thing.
No, we got the grapple from her. Yeah, you're right. So no.
But I'm not on that side, so I can't use this.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of like combining every medium. So like it's a live stream, it's public access TV. It is a live event with a live audience as well. Like, like how do you hit the
A stream
full
with a
Monty?
huh?
It is both a live stream and a live performance and live TV.
Yeah, that would work because you would just
But
like
like it's
have it
Let's
as a
Play
TV
type
and
thing.
performance, and then you're also streaming it.
Yeah. And then you also have like all the like the call-in numbers, you have the live chat, you have audience yelling and stuff.
Yelling and whatnot.
Yeah. Host a grievances panel where your live chat, your live audience can come up and list their grievances with you. I was just like, on this episode of Metroid Prime, you said
Oh, but of course
what?
you strawman and you pick the worst arguments.
Yeah, and they're like, what did you mean by this? And you're just like, I meant everything I said. Next question. The RNG struggle session.
I think we're going through a bit of a struggle session right now, so we'll be right back.